Welcome back, everybody, to the GSMC Hoops and Heels of One Sports podcast, brought to you by the GSMC Sports Network. We just got done talking about the Ramco Team Series in London, and now we're going to talk about the Golden Boot race, top contenders in the NWSL, or National Women's Soccer League. The race for the 2024 NWSL Golden Boot may be one of the wildest in league history. Sophia Smith claimed the 2023 award, scoring 11 goals for the Portland Thorns, but the U.S. Women's National Team star figures to have some major competition around the NWSL this season. Smith is expected to contend again, but the competition will be fierce, obviously. Barbra Banda from Orlando Pride, Kansas City Current duo Temwa Chawinga and Bia Zanarado, Washington Spirit pair Croix Bethune and Ouleymata Sarr are all pushing to be the top goal skiers in the league. So in this segment, we are going to talk about who has the most goals scored in the league so far, so y'all know who to keep an eye on to win this award. So technically, I just want to give a little disclaimer. Technically, Barbra Banda is in the lead with 12 goals. She had a game this week, and I did not take that game into account when tallying up all the goals. So I have her tied with Temwa Chawinga from the Kansas City Current, like I said. But just keep in mind that I messed up on that. So she technically is leading with 12 goals because she scored 1 on this week in her game. But when I made this, it was tied with 11, so just keep that in mind that I am incorrect on that, and I sincerely apologize. But also, it's 11, 12, it's close number, so it's fine, it's chill. Okay, so technically tied in this video with 11 goals is Barbra Banda from Orlando Pride and Temwa Chawinga of the Kansas City Current. While Chawinga has taken 15 goals to reach 11 NWSL goals, Banda has done it in only 11. Chawinga was the more prolific scorer in June, but Banda remains the most lethal striker in the league altogether. I think that Banda is going to outscore Chawinga, though, by 3 more goals. Honestly, she's always strong. She's always a strong player, and I swear, I'm always she's going to score a goal. So I have a feeling that she's going to win this award. Over the past month, Banda continued her seemingly unstoppable run of form for Orlando Pride by scoring twice in a 6-0 drubbing of Utah Royals and once more in a 3-0 win over Angel City. I also want to note that Chawinga leads in shots taken and shots on target list in the NWSL right now. So it is important to note that Chawinga is leading in that, which does contribute to the likelihood of possibly getting a lot more goals. So let's talk about Barbra Banda's 11 goals. This was Banda's first time playing with the Orlando Pride in the season, so she made headlines just by being there. By the end of her third game with the Orlando Pride, Banda secured a total of 3 goals. On May 1st, Banda scored 2 goals against the North Carolina Courage. Also that game, Banda was able to record a brace with goals in both the first and second half. The brace and assist made Banda the first player in NWSL history to have a goal and assist in her first 2 starts, and the first player with 5 goal contributions in her first 2 starts. Banda works really well with Ali Watt, and it showed a lot during that game particularly. With the end of the half approaching, Orlando extended its lead to another Banda-Watt connection. Banda controlled the ball at the center circle and sent it in a pass to Watt on the outside of the Courage defense. Watt dribbled and sent a cross from just inside the box in front of the goal to Banda, who directed the shot for a 2-goal lead. Banda scored her 6th goal of the season at the May 5th game against the Racing Louisville. The Pride secured a 1-0 win against the team, and the goal was scored in the 17th minute, so pretty early on, securing an early lead. Banda then secured 2 more goals on May 19th during the game against the Seattle Reign. Early in the game, Banda scored with a header from the center of the box assisted by Adriana. Then later in the game, she scored with a right-footed shot from the center of the box. On May 24th, once again scored 2 goals, this time against the Portland Thorns. The Pride were backed by 2 first-half goals from Barbra Banda, which were good for her 7th and 8th goals of her season. Her first goal was headed into the back of the net, counting as her 4th header scored in the year, which is more than any single NWSL team has had as a collective. I'm telling you, Barbra Banda is so insane. Everything she does, I'm so impressed. Her second finish put her into a tie for the Golden Boot race alongside Thorns forward Sophia Smith at that time. Banda's brace is also her 3rd of the season, which tied for the club record for most braces in a single season. On June 21st, the Orlando Pride beat the Utah Royals 6-0, and Banda scored 2 goals this game. In the 27th minute, Carrie Obello received the ball high up the field in the Utah half from a throw-in before dribbling to the end of the line and releasing a whip cross into the box that found Barbra Banda at the back post, who managed to evade her marker and place a plant a header past the defenders and goalkeeper and right into the net. In the 86th minute of the game, Banda capitalized on a turnover. Banda seized upon a misplaced pass by Madison Pogarch deep in the Utah half and had time and space to run through one-on-one against Mandy Hott before taking a touch to round and evade the Utah Royals goalkeeper and then tap into the empty net. Lastly, on June 30th, when the Pride beat the Angel City FC, a careless back pass to Gordon was a bit offline, enabling Banda to get it to the ball first and speed past her with only Herersic behind. Banda dribbled it on goal and around Herersic. It looked like she might have taken too long to shoot as Reed nearly got in position to block it, but Banda still managed to put it in, marking her 11th goal of the season. I do also want to mention the fact that Orlando Pride has right now an unbeaten streak of 17 games, and they are leading in NWSL League right now, and in NWSL history right now with 17 goals as a streak, winning 17 games as a streak, that's what I mean. They're unbeaten right now, so it's pretty insane for them. And given that they have Barbra Banda scoring all these amazing goals, it makes sense that they are in the lead. So now let's talk about Chawinga's 11 goals. She scored her first goal on March 30th against the Angel City FC. The goal came in the 51st minute, a perfect response to an Angel City goal by Senior Loire in the minute prior. And then on April 20th, she scored twice against Bay FC. Chawinga scored with a left-footed shot from outside the box that was assisted by V. Dury Bernardo. Her second goal was a right-footed shot from the right of the box, also assisted by Di Bernardo. On May 5th against the Houston Dash, the goal was very much the same, copy and paste, which is so funny. Chawinga scored with a left-footed shot from the center of the box, once again assisted by V. Di Bernardo. Clearly, these two work very powerful together. I'm sorry to spit everywhere. These two work very powerful together. I feel like they really lead the forward and all this. I don't know. If you had I do love the combo of Ouleymata and Barbra Banda, but when Chawinga and Di Bernardo are together, it just, I don't know. I think they are a better pair in the end. On June 9th against the Seattle Reign, Chawinga scored twice. Di Bernardo scored into the first 30 seconds of the second half, and literally just over a minute later, Chawinga scored. In the 28th minute, Chawinga scored again. Chawinga's goal capped an excellent team move, which started from a long ball forward by defender Elizabeth Ball. Ball's pass was perfectly weighted for Michelle Cooper, who made a bursting run down the right side of Seattle's defense and made it to the byline unopposed. She slid a ball across the penalty area for Chawinga, who was wide open at the back post to tap the ball into an empty net. Next, on June 14th, when the current won against the Chicago Red Stars, Bia slid a ball forward for Debinha, but Debinha ran over the ball and pulled a Chicago defender away from the action. That allowed Chawinga to run in behind Chicago's defense, and she took a touch forward and fired a low strike from just beyond a penalty shot past goalkeeper Alyssa Naher. On June 23rd, the team went against the Portland Thorns, and Chawinga dribbled through multiple Portland defenders and targeted the near post for a shot. Chawinga's left-footed effort beat the goalkeeper, securing a really big lead for the team. Lastly, let's talk about Chawinga's June 28th goal against the Houston Dash. In the 77th minute of the game, Rodriguez launched a through ball forward for Chawinga, who outmuscled a Houston defender and lashed onto the pass after struck a Dash defender near the penalty shot. Campbell came out for the loose ball as Chawinga attempted to shoot. Chawinga ultimately corralled the loose ball and steered it home to open the scoring. She scored a bit more than 10 minutes later, securing her 11th goal of the season. So moving on to Sophia Smith of the Portland Thorns has 10 goals. So she's obviously right there with Banda and Chawinga. I think she may be able to pass Chawinga's record. She scored a lot more in March, the beginning of the season, and if she can gain that scoring momentum back and her team can make more opportunities for her, I think she has a good chance of beating Chawinga in the Golden Boot race. And as a team, it really helps if you have a player who wins the Golden Boot race. So hopefully her team really emphasizes on making opportunities for her to score. I also wanted to mention that Mallory Swanson of the Chicago Stars, and Ouleymata Sarr of the Washington Spirit, they have 6 goals. Claire Emslie of the Angel City FC, Savannah De Mello of the Racing Louisville, Croix Bethune of the Washington Spirit, Bia Zanerato of the Kansas City Current, Ella Stevens of Gotham FC, Bethany Balser of the Seattle Reign, and Louis Labonta of the Current are all tied at 5 goals. I do think all of them themselves are strong contenders for the Golden Boot race, but at this moment, I think that Banda has really secured that top position, and I think Smith and Chawinga are going to stay very close at second. But I will say that I'm particularly really impressed with Croix Bethune because she is a new player. She is technically a rookie, and like she's doing absolutely insane. Clearly, I mean, she's leading in a Golden Boot race. So I'm just really impressed with her, and I can't wait to see how she does next season. I feel like she's definitely going to be a strong contender for the Golden Boot race next season, considering how she is right now. So we're now going to move into our last segment where we talk about the American swimmers that are faster than the Australian swimmers in the Olympic swimming events, as the games will be coming up pretty soon. Before we dive into that, no pun intended, we will take a short break. So I will see you guys all very soon.